Hey y'all, welcome to Sunshine Haze. I am Aja A, and as you see tarot cards on your screen, you know that it's time for a new moon tarot forecast. For those of y'all that keep up with my channel, I'm sorry I've been kind of MIA, although I did put out some full moon readings. Like I know y'all are used to the new moon forecast. I'm back on track, you know. This time around is for the new moon in Gemini, so if you want any information on what that means, what type of energy we're all dealing with during this next month, definitely check out my video. I have that down in the description. I have a link. I always do this. I have a link down in the description box below to that video. Before I get started, this video is for Aquarius, and my little candle's not lit. Sorry, y'all. White lighter gang. Tribe. If I can even light it, there we go. Also, shout out to Altitude. Y'all can sponsor me if you want to. Anyways, this video is for Aquarians, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, or Aquarius Rising. So if you feel like what I'm saying in this video is not resonating with you, please do not leave any comments on this video where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm an Aquarius and this doesn't connect with me. I don't connect with this. It just doesn't resonate. I don't care. Click out the video or go and watch your moon or rising sign or go and watch another free tarot reading on YouTube. You know, it's free. You get what you get. But no, if it's really not resonating with you, that means the message is probably not for you. Definitely check out your moon or rising sign. Sometimes those tend to resonate with us a little bit more, okay? All right, y'all, let's just go on and get this popping. I guess y'all really do want to get it popping. Let's get this reading started. I'm going to be doing my typical 5-card spread. Going to be looking at the energies coming up for you Aquarians during this lunar cycle in Gemini, and we're talking about mid-June to mid-July. Also looking at some crossing energy, and because we're talking about your fellow air sign, Gemini, one of the cards we're going to be looking at is what's going to be breezing in for you. What is changing, or what do you need to adapt to, or what do you need to change in your life? And then on the other side, we're going to be looking at we're dealing with Gemini, so we're talking about, you know, self-expression, creativity. So that card is going to be the card that tells us how can you live your best life, you know, how can you walk in your truth and express yourself freely. And then as always, I do a little soul message card, which I will have right on the bottom of the deck for you. On the bottom of the deck. I do a little soul message card, which I will have right on the bottom of the spread for you, okay? And you guys can take, like I said, soul message, spirit message, message to your higher self. The sun literally just flipped, and it's right over the Empress, so might be time to do some healing, Aquarius. Do some healing for yourself. You guys are the sign that is associated with the collective, so you do a lot with a lot of other people. But those two cards coming out while I'm shuffling is giving me a little message saying, hey, Aquarius, might be time to, you know, be a little selfish. Might be time to, you know, do your own healing, nurture yourself so that you can actually tap back into your own Aquarian energy and deal with the collective, you know. But like, what's that saying? You know, you can't help others until you help yourself. So I think that might be what those cards coming out means. But we're going to do this spread for you and actually see what this is all about, okay? Alrighty. Let's go on and cut the deck. Think that was enough shuffling. I think y'all might have the shortest intro video. Cut the deck again as always. Let's see what's popping for you, Aquarius. That's an interesting card for the energy. Actually, no, I think I know what that means. And I'll talk about all these cards as I go through them one by one. Okay, I'm happy to see that after those two cards. Okay. Ooh, Aquarius, you got 2 10 cards in here. You got 3 10 cards in here, actually, and you've got a 9 card from the major arcana, but you've got a 9 card, 2 10 cards. You know what? Let's just get it popping. What's going down for y'all Aquarians during this new moon in y'all's sister air sign of Gemini? So you've got, if you watch my videos, you know I have cards that I consider kind of all shit cards. This card coming up in your energy position, which I'm gonna pull it out for you guys in just a second. I like to have my notes out too, because I read intuitively, but I still like to give you guys the main messages for the cards as well. Why am I out of breath? I don't know. I guess I'm just so excited and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. You know, I want to do the little, I'm thinking of the Nutty Professor. Like, I want to get up and start running around singing that song. Okay, so you've got the Four of Cups coming up in the position of what's the energy for you guys during this new moon in Gemini. This is not a super aw shit card, but this is one of the cards that, you know, when that card comes up, I'm like, that might be a little bit of a warning that I need to change some things. So this card coming up for you, Aquarius, first let me give you the message. When the Four of Cups comes up, it's a card that kind of points to being in a situation or being in a space where you feel like, you know, you're not happy with what's going on. You're not happy with the things that you're emotionally invested in. The cups is the water suit, or the cup suit is the water, it resonates with the water element. And so water has to do with our emotions, you know, our relationships, our families, creativity, spirituality, things that we really lend our time and our energy into, okay? So with the Four of Cups coming up in the position of the energy for you through this Gemini lunar cycle, again, talking mid-June to mid-July, this card is saying, like, you know, Aquarius, you might be in a position to where, like, everything that you have going on looks really good to people outside of your situation. So you may be in a job that, you know, at one point you really put a lot of time and energy into, that you really thought you wanted. You may be in a relationship that you thought you wanted at one point. You may be in a friendship, or you may be doing something creatively that, you know, at one point it was really for you, or, you know, you really thought it was for you. But now with this card coming up in this energy, whenever you see the Four of Cups, if you look at the imagery, you've got this little rat on top of these four cups. He's got four goblets, four full goblets, right? What is the rat going to do with four goblets? You know, that's what the message that I get for this card. So it's kind of just like, you know, you've got all this stuff, but you're kind of just like, this is not really what I want. This card could also say that although you have things that look good to outsiders and your situation may be good, you are in a position to where you're like, I want more. This is not enough for me. But because we are talking about the Four of Cups, a message to you guys I want to say is be mindful of, you know, just be mindful. Appreciate the things that you have. Appreciate the situations that you're in, especially if they're positive. I'm looking at the other cards in your spread, and and I'll go through these in a little bit, but what it's looking like is, you know, you're just in a position where you're just really not feeling it anymore. And although it's working for you, you're like, I could do things differently, or I could be doing something completely different. So just keep that in mind, that whatever this is, you guys are an air sign. You guys tend to kind of just do things on a whim and go wherever the wind blows you. What I would say, be mindful about whatever situation this is, and try to take some time to do some planning before you actually alter that situation or alter your position in that situation, okay, Aquarius? The next card that you've got coming up in your spread is actually one of my aw shit cards. This is the Ten of Swords, one of my least favorite cards. When this card comes up, this is a card that points to being in a position where you just feel like, the best way I could put it is, what the fuck is going on? What is this? Why is this? How is this? What? Like, what? That's what this card is. Coming up, crossing the Four of Cups makes me want to say that the situation that you're in, you feel like is probably not serving you, or whatever it is that you've got going on, you feel like it's not for you anymore. And this is, Saturn is in Capricorn, okay? So this has been a theme for this year. The things that are no longer serving us, that we tend to still be involved in, they have to be broken down. They have to be broken down, and because we're dealing with Saturn, they tend to get broken down in a way that's not, you know, all that cool. Like, sometimes things get a little shaken up. So Aquarius, I did say, you know, be mindful about making moves before you take yourself out of this situation. But I want to go back and say, in addition to that, is if you have an idea of what you need to do to get yourself out of that situation without causing a bunch of chaos, definitely start implementing those plans and actually making moves on that, so you can start to gradually move yourself away from whatever this is. Because if you don't, and you kind of just sit stagnantly and just kind of say, okay, well, I know I'm not really rocking with this Four of Cups, whatever those cups are, but I'm just going to wait and see what happens, see what life presents me, you may end up in a position to where you're feeling this Ten of Swords. This is saying, like, whatever this is, I actually don't think is serving you anymore, Aquarius. And this could be a relationship. This could be a career. I more so get, like, and although this isn't the Pentacles suit, I get, we invest a lot of our time and energy into our careers. I get this is more of a project or like a job that you really had a thing for at one point. But this could be a relationship, you know, it could be something, just literally something that you're emotionally invested in that's not serving your highest good anymore. So, you know, if you kind of just kick it, although you know it's not serving you and you're just waiting for life to happen, what I will say, Aquarius, is that you might end up in that spot of hitting rock bottom. You might end up in that spot of feeling Saturn breaking shit down in Capricorn, and then you're looking up like, what happened? Oh, Saturn's in Capricorn, you know what I mean? And if you want some information on that, I do have a video. It was like one of my first videos. I'm probably not gonna link it, but it is on my page. What would that have been? Would that have been the Gemini? You know what? I think it was the Gemini full moon and Saturn transitioning into Capricorn. I think that's what that video is. So you know what? I might link that because that was that was Gemini full moon. So yeah, another thing for this card, very, very quickly, Aquarius, y'all got a lot of personality. This is also a very melodramatic card. So what a very brief message I will give y'all is whatever this is, Aquarius, if you know it's not serving you, try to chill on the dramatics and actually try to do the work. Try to chill on the dramatics and seeking out the attention from the collective and just do the work, you know. It's not going to, you know, playing the victim and going, oh, woe is me, is really not going to do much for you, but make people look at you like, okay, well, why don't you change your situation, which is what we're talking about here. But if that, you know, if that's not you and this is just more so of, you know, you stayed in it a little bit too long and now it's all crumbling down, just also keep in mind that this is the Ten of Swords. This is the air element, which has to do with our mental, with our perspective, with our thoughts. This card, when this one comes up, I consider this more of an external influence card. So, you know what, Aquarius? Whatever that situation, that Four of Cups situation is, I wonder if you're hanging on to it because of people outside of you saying, no, you should keep working on this. You should stay invested in this because they think it's what's best for you. But what I have been telling everybody, and this has been a theme this year, and for sure for this new moon in Gemini, is nobody knows what's best for you but God in you, if you believe in God, but God in you. Nobody knows what's best for you. Nobody can tell you how to live your life the way that it will benefit you the best, except like you're you know what works for you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's actually what this card crossing this energy is saying. Like, you know, you're probably actually hanging out in this situation because people are telling you you should, and you're kind of letting those thoughts, you're kind of being influenced by those thoughts, probably hanging out there. But this is saying, like, listening to everybody else is not going to put you into a good space, okay? All right, what's the next card we've got? Now that we've got that wildness out the way, we've got the Ten of Pentacles, and that is one of my favorite cards. It's a highly spiritual card, highly abundant card. It is from the Pentacles suit, which is the earth element, which has everything to do with our finances, again, our careers, family, relationships sometimes, foundations pretty much. This card is in the position of what do you need to change, or what's changing, what's breezing in for you. So what I will say is that you guys actually probably are dealing with some some Saturn and Capricorn shit. Something probably is changing and shifting and breaking down for you. And it doesn't, at the time, it's a little auspicious. It doesn't seem like, you know, what you really want with these two energies, especially these two energies crossing each other during this next month. But with that being said, as I say in all of my videos, divine timing, everything happens for a reason, especially when things are all crazy and all rocky. It's because they're, like I said, things are being broken down to move out the way so that we can make space for the things that we need, or the things that are coming in. And it looks like the Ten of Pentacles is coming in for you, Aquarius, and that's really good energy. Breezing in, the Ten of Pentacles is a 10 card. It completes the suit, completes the Pentacle suit. So with this card coming up, this is saying, like, bomb finances are coming in, possibly a stable or a bomb relationship, or, you know, good friendships, good, you know, money. Like I said finances already, like, or a new career that, you know, is just really right for you. This card, when it does pop up, though, what I will say, Aquarius, and this isn't hard for you because you are the sign that is so closely associated with the collective. When this card comes up, it's also like kind of a karmic card. It's saying all of this good energy coming into you, you also need to put back into the world. Which, you got the Hermit card over here, so I'm like, what does that mean? But we'll talk about that in a second. The Ten of Pentacles, though, breezing in for you. What's changing? What are you going to have to adapt to? Something in your life regarding your foundations, regarding probably your career or your finances or your relationships is about to shift for you. You're going to have to adapt to it, but just understand that all of this change, all of these things coming in for you, all of this energy that you're working with during this month is so that you can make space for this Ten of Pentacles energy to come into your life, okay? Now we can pop over to the Hermit card. The Hermit card is coming up in the position of how can you live your best life? How can you walk in your truth? How can you truly express yourself? And you have the Hermit card, which for you guys might be a little bit of a difficult energy to master. As I said, you guys are the collective sign. You are the water bearer. You like to bring things to people, and you like to share information with people. You guys are an intellectual sign as well. So you know, you're all about talking to people. You're all about working with people. You're all about, you know, showing people new things. But the Hermit card coming up in the position of how can you live your best life? How can you express yourself truthfully and freely? In a spread with the energy being the Four of Cups crossed by the Ten of Wands, and you're at what you have to adapt to being the Ten of Pentacles, I think you may need to take a slight break during this new moon in Gemini. Take a little bit of time for yourself. You know what? Yeah, remember when I was shuffling, the sun flipped and it was right on top of the Empress? I think this new moon in Gemini for you guys is actually a time for you to tap within yourself. This doesn't mean you have to, you know, physically remove yourself from everything and everybody, but you do need to take a little bit of time to observe your situations and the people that you have around you and the way that you're doing things and see, like, is this truly serving me? Is this serving my highest good? Do I need to change some things? Should I be doing something different? Whatever you discover in this hermit mode, Aquarius, that's what's going to bring you out of this Ten of Swords, out of this Four of Cups, feeling like, you know, you want something different. Although people are probably telling you, nah, what you're doing is good. Keep doing it. Or, nah, whoever you're with is good. Stay with them, you know. Or, nah, you're straight. You don't need to change anything. You're going to figure out what needs to be changed, what needs to be let go of while you're in this hermit phase. And I would like to say, for some people, this energy is just very strong around the shadow. For some people, it's very strong around the first couple of weeks, and for some people, it resonates as a more subtle energy throughout the whole lunar cycle. So, depending on what's in your chart, where your degrees are, how the moon affects you, you are probably going to have to tap into this hermit energy. But like I said, whatever you discover in there is going to bring you out of these two energies into this Ten of Pentacles energy, okay? And this is also going to be the time that you do your healing. So what I want to say about that too, and I say this to Libras as well, you guys deal with people a lot. Libras are more so on the give and love side, but Aquarius, you just deal with people a lot in general. You do that. That's just the way that you guys function. You've got to take a little bit of time to work on yourself and heal yourself, okay? And that doesn't make you selfish. That makes you a normal human being who just can't deal with everybody's shit. We all have to regroup. We all have to remove ourselves sometimes. Some of us, like my Cancer, Sun, and Moon, and Capricorn rising self, more than others. But everybody needs that me time. Everybody needs that time to say, okay, what's going on in my life? What needs to be changed? What's good? What needs to be fixed? What needs to be shifted? The Ten of Pentacles energy is coming in for you. This energy needs to be shifted, and that hermit energy, being in that hermit mode, is what's going to bring you to this point, okay? All right, Aquarius, you got one more card, and that is the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the spread there, and that's in the position of your soul message card. And, you know, as this has been the most prominent message for this new moon in Gemini to everybody, it has been live your best life. as I said, I read my cards intuitively. This card has a meaning that I'm going to talk to you about, but the first message that I pick up from it is to, excuse me, first message that I pick up from this card is Aquarius, you know. Okay, you guys know a little bit about this. Y'all are the water bears. If you look at the imagery on this card, you've got these different aspects from these 5 cups up top. They're evenly pouring themselves down into the bottom cups to where each cup has one thread from each of these cups up top. I think this card coming up for you, Aquarius, is just confirming the message that I just gave you. Like, you guys work so much with the collective. You do so much with other people. You guys are so concerned about other people and making sure other people are doing things right, or making sure that other people are walking down the right paths, trying to really show people the way and give people insight and intellect. I think this card coming up for you is saying, hey, Aquarius, again, you've got to make sure that you're healing yourself. You've got to make sure that you have your own ducks in a row. You got to make sure that you have your own shit together before you can actually start doing this for other people effectively. With that being said, once you do get a grip on yourself, do that Sun and Empress healing and that Hermit healing, those are 3 major cards. So I think that's important. I think the theme for y'all is to heal yourself. Like, the theme for you is to get to a point to where you are content with yourself, you are content with the things that you have going on, and you understand what is no longer serving you, and you understand what can serve you. Again, like I said, to tap into that 10 of Pentacles energy, I think that card is saying, you know, it's the most important for you to tap into that Hermit energy. Is coming up after the Hermit card. That's the order that I pulled them. I think it's saying, like, you do have to tap into that energy, because you do have to kind of get all of these cups up top back into whack, back into balance, so that they can pour equally into the cups on the bottom. So that's saying, you know, Aquarius, you need to do some work for yourself. You need to do some work on yourself so that you can tap back into your Aquarian energy and work with the collective in an effective way, in a way that doesn't make you feel chaotic, in a way that doesn't make you feel strained, in a way that doesn't make you feel like you're, you know, just pouring out all of your energy and then walking away from whatever these situations are feeling spent, feeling all crazy and all over the place, okay? But yeah, Aquarius, y'all actually, your spread wasn't like, if you got other moon or rising signs and you watch some of them videos, this Gemini moon is not here to play with any of us, but you guys have a little bit, your spread is a little more positive than a few. I believe it's because it's an air moon, and you guys are of the air element as well, okay? But you know, yeah, basically the theme for y'all, heal, do your and y'all got the other 10 card on the bottom of the deck, and that is the 10 of Wands, and that is just a reminder saying, Aquarius, you cannot do too much. You cannot reel that air energy in a little bit. You can't send all your air energy all over the place, because then you end up in this in the space of the 10 of Wands, and you just feel chaotic, you feel blocked, you feel burdens, and then you got the 2 of Swords underneath it. So I think that has to go with that 4 of Cups and that 10 of Swords. But there's hope on the horizon. There's a 6 of Wands for you. And now we get into the point to where y'all should be paying me. So, nah, if you guys, if you actually are interested in getting a personal reading, definitely go on and check out my Etsy shop. You can book a reading with me through there if you want some more insight. If you're like, hey, that makes sense, but this was only 20 minutes, can you tell me more? Yeah, book a reading with me through my Etsy. Or if you don't see something on there that, you know, you feel like fits what you're looking for, you can definitely just shoot me an email and we can set it up that way. And I have all that information down below. If you have any questions about or comments about this video, go on and drop them down there. I'm back to checking my channel pretty frequently, so I definitely will respond to you within a couple of days. What else, y'all? If you like the video, go on and hit that little thumbs up button for me. If you have any Aquarian friends that you feel like might need to watch this video, or any, you know, friends that are cross-watching for the Aquarius lovers, go on and send them this video. Share this video. You guys actually share my videos a lot, and it contributes a great deal to the growth of my channel. So, you know, I appreciate that. I thank you guys for that. Anything else? Anything else? I said like, comment, share. Oh, subscribe. If you are still listening to me talk, you clearly like the video. So go on and hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with when I put out more videos as well. Tarot videos, astrology videos, so you can just keep up with me in general. And yeah, Aquarius, I think that is it. I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I will see y'all next time.